Hi everyone, this is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop in Sydney, and I've had a few requests about the spreads that I use with tarot cards, so I thought I'd demonstrate. Okay, so when if I have a client and I want to sort of have a sort of overall reading for them, I usually jump into the Celtic Cross. So the way I do a Celtic Cross is the first card is the person or the situation. So if they're asking about their love life, for example, this would tell me automatically kind of how they're feeling about their love life. Okay. Then I do a card that's crossing. The crossing card for me is almost like the obstacle. Okay. So in this case, it could be that they're being patient in their love life, but they're also, the obstacle is they're being too closed off. They're not open, holding on to the past or being stubborn. Okay. Then I go down the foundation card. So this is kind of like the leg or the foundation of the reading. So this person's feeling blocked, say. Okay. Then I go into the past. They've walked away from something or they need to let go of something. And then I go to the top card, which is kind of like their hopes or their goals. This is kind of like a good position because it's high above, so it's a bit like an empowered position, whereas this is kind of like what they're based on. And I also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you might find that there's different ways of doing the Celtic Cross, but I tend to do that. So it's almost like a pattern. It's like a swirl. The next card is the future direction. I always do it the same way. So it's this way. And then I go down here to them again. This is them. This is the person, how they're feeling again. So what I would normally do now is I would compare the first card to this card and sort of see what's going on, if they've progressed. If we look at this combination, this is a bit like they have to be patient. Then we have another patience card here. The next card is, this position is people around them, potential or opportunity, or it could be what's blocking them, say. But this is usually other people or the situation. So if they were asking about their work, for example, or career, this would be the workspace or the career. If they're asking about their love life, this would be what's around them in their love life, or who's around them in their love life, or the energy around them in their love life. Okay. Then we go over to their future position again. This is kind of like the future direction. And then we have the outcome. Okay, so if we do it like a pattern, it's almost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 outcome. Okay, and this would be the outcome. This would be the overall overview outcome of their love life. Now, on top of that, I sometimes will ask, for example, tell me more about the situation around them, for example. And I would take another card and it would tell me, what's happening to the people around them, say. Okay. So if we sometimes I might even take 2. So it's a bit like saying that they're putting effort in, or they might meet people through studies, but it's disappointing and they're feeling left out, or nobody's appearing for them. Okay. They have to be patient. And then the outcome is also showing, it's more like pentacles in this case. I'm noticing there's not many cups. Actually, there aren't any cups. Actually, there is 1 cups, but it's in the past. So I would take into account what cards are showing up and also what suits. In this case, they've got lots of pentacle cards. And I would probably say that this person needs to put more effort into their love life, or they may be focusing a lot more on their work or their career. Okay, so if I was reading for a female client, that would be her. Her love life's a bit sleepy. She's being patient, could be a bit bored. She may meet someone through study or needs to put more effort in, or people around her need to put more effort in, but that's not happening and that's not happening. And then she's focusing on her own wealth and prosperity and her finances. Okay, so that's the Celtic Cross with extra cards. Now the extra cards I could put anywhere as well. I could say, what is this? What does this tell me? What more does this tell me? Or it could even go over here. What does she need to do more of in order to meet someone? Okay, so when you get more kind of advanced, you can start to add more cards. If you're just a beginner, I would stick to the 10 card spread as it is. And as you go, you can build it more. Okay, now that's the Celtic Cross. Now, sometimes you don't need a Celtic Cross. Sometimes you just need a 5 card spread. If someone's asking, will I travel this week? You know, you don't need always a Celtic Cross for that. You can just do a 5 card spread for that question, and you just lay them out straightforward. This spread in particular is great for Facebook and online because it's just straightforward and simple. I find a lot of people online do these wacky kind of spreads that nobody else can read except them, and then often most people that comment ask what is the spread and how do you read it, so it ends up counteracting the reading. So I always advise people online to do a 5 card spread, but this is a great spread for any question, a direct question like, will I travel in the next week? Say, travel meaning, will I go overseas or interstate? So these are the past, so lots of confusion and maybe disagreements, feeling disappointed, not sure if I should travel, say, and then there's an opportunity for me to go. Because the knight is a traveller, this one's travelling, but it looks like there's disappointment, there's frustration, but yes, I can travel. With the knight, I would say it's more interstate rather than abroad, because it's someone who's travelling on a horse rather than flying through the air. So I would probably answer this. If someone was asking me, will I travel this next week, I'd say there's been a lot of confusion and chaos, disappointments, frustration. It looks like a no. It looks like you're not really wanting to go or not trusting the situation, but you have the opportunity to actually pull it together and go. Okay, so the last card kind of shows travel, but the cards before don't. If that was like this, I would say no, you're not going anywhere. Okay, but because it ends up being the last card, I'd say you have the potential to be able to travel, yes. Okay. This is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop. If you have any questions, please write it in the comments section of this video. If you have anything that you want me to explain or talk about, please write that in the questions as well. Please like this video as well, so I can tell what people want to see. And I will see you later. Bye.